everyone! So I am so excited because a friend so kindly sent me a couple of things from Kaleidos Cosmetics. This is an indie brand I've never tried before and I'm very excited. I'm so grateful. I'm so excited to try some new stuff. So I have an eyeshadow palette and I have two blusher duos. I haven't done anything but swatch a couple of shadows and a couple of the shades, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited. So this is the Escape Pod. I did already put on like my base makeup, which I'll probably regret because as you'll see in a second, and as you could probably guess from the packaging, this is quite a vibrant palette. The Escape Pod. It's quite large packaging. It has a very large mirror. That's a flattering angle. But this is the colors here, and I do have the reflective protectant on there, but it's very colorful and I'm excited to do something bright again, and this inspires me a lot. Like I want to do so many looks and I was almost a little overwhelmed because I couldn't decide like what I wanted to do first. So I have a rough idea in mind of what I would like to do. And even though I already have my base makeup on, I'm still gonna go in with tape because I'm thinking I'm gonna do something like a colorful glam. I'm not sure. This palette the mirror is extremely clear and I don't know if I like seeing my face that clear. Holy Jesus, okay. I just tuned in to the sound of my washer and dryer, so I'm gonna go turn those off because I know that noise will be distracting. I'm glad I tuned into it now instead of later. My hair, oh my God, it's so hot and so humid and I don't like it. I'm not a fan. So I'm going in with the shade Terrace, which is this brown shade. Yes. Why not go in with the browns first? Very colorful and exciting. You could do a very simple, like a neutral look with this palette if you really are motivated to do so. So I've never applied these shadows before. I have no idea what to expect here. I think I was going to originally do something different than what I have ended up doing, but I was gonna prime my eye as well. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do like a full kind of test maybe. I was thinking about doing check-ins anyway for the lipstick, so maybe I'll just do check-ins for the eyeshadow as well. So I'm gonna use my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion on the other eye. And even though I'm only working from home, it's a day of meetings and like housework and stuff, this will give me an idea of some base, like longevity. Another pro working from home is that like my breaks and downtime and stuff can be used for house stuff, tidying stuff up, and lately, because I've been feeling a little bit more motivated, filming, which is nice. Because I remember having like downtime at like actual work and then being like, man, I wish, you know, if only I could use this like half an hour right now to do some filming. I have started to go back to work again. I go in a couple of days during the week and then the other days I work from home. So it's kind of a nice balance right now, actually. Kind of enjoy it. So from what I'm seeing, I mean, this color is fairly vibrant and bright, but it is a brown shade, so there's also that. Let's go in with Exoplanet next. I'm kind of staying in this row right here. That was the first thing that inspired me, and I was watching other people's videos where they use this palette, and I wanted to kind of maybe do something a little different than the things that I had originally seen. Okay, this is not gonna, that brush isn't gonna work. I need, yeah, blues tend to kind of rain down my face. So there will definitely be some cleanup later. I just picked a little bit of lo-fi up on my brush to kind of blend out a little bit. Going back in with the exoplanet, it's a little dusty. I feel like there's always like that sort of initial trial period when you're using a new like eyeshadow type formula that you kind of have to play around just a little bit to see like how much pressure you need, how much product you need on your brush, what brushes work best for it. Kind of like that. It's kind of not exactly what I had originally intended, but it's still nice. I'm gonna cut out a little bit. I love the way that like cut creases and half cut creases and stuff look, but my god, I do not have like the steady hands or the skill of precision. Some people make it look so easy, but I think it's also like people who have more lid space have obviously more lid space, so it's a lot easier, and if they kind of need to correct something, they have more space to do so. Like if I'm like, okay, this would look better if I brought it up a little bit more, all of a sudden it's at my eyebrow. So I'm definitely jealous, envious of people. I think that's true in a lot of sectors of my life. Something that I'm constantly trying to work on it, and like I will just be upfront about it. And the thing is that I've been upfront about my struggles and the things that I find difficult, and I think it almost makes people more aware of it. But I've been trying, like every now and then, like I have like really bad mental days, let's just say, and I'm comparing myself to other people, and I'm really down and upset over it, and I'm upset of like what, you know, how I'm not good enough and everything else. And honestly, like in the past, it would be like 1 step forward, 10 steps back. And I've been able to cope a little bit better recently so that it's more like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, instead of as dramatic as what it sounds like. But it is just a constant learning process. And the problem is I have sometimes with posting stuff online is that somebody might come across something one time and hear you say something or see you write something or whatever, and that's how they judge you, based off of like that one maybe particularly like bad or difficult moment, which isn't necessarily fair in my opinion, but it's something that I've been battling against for a very long time. I don't have Fix Plus, so I guess well, I do have Fix Plus, it's just not here with me at the moment. So I guess we will just go ahead and apply the Galactic Gala shade, this green shade here. These are all like duochrome shades in the middle, I think. If I read correctly, I think it's mostly duochromes, and there's metallic and like a shimmer or something. There's a couple of different formulas in this palette, basically, is what I'm getting at. That is a beautiful green shade. Oh my goodness. Very loud garbage truck. Sounds you never hear usually when I'm filming during the night. Yeah, that is a very inspiring green. Although I can see now how like the bluish shade is not quite even, so I'm gonna try and go back and that's fun. I like that. Obviously, I need to play around with the shadows a little bit more. I'm kind of figuring out sort of intensities of pressure and what's good for brushes. It's not always the same. I'm gonna clean up a little bit under there. This other green shade is calling to me as well. This is pretty, I like it. I'm gonna go back in with the Exoplanet shade down here. I'm taking a little bit of Starlight Sonata. And that's this shade here. The packaging is kind of reflective, so I find that it might not be showing up very well. I'll try and do a close-up at the end. A little bit more Starlight Sonata. I keep adding things when I should probably stop, but I'm going to take a little bit of the Soiree. Okay, so this is where it stands right now. I'm going to go put some lashes on and then come back and show you what the completed eye look looks like. Alright, so this is the look. I added a tiny smidge of black liner and lashes, and I really like it. It's kind of fun. I'm not quite sure of the eyeshadow formula yet. Like, I'd have to use that a little bit more, but we'll do a wear test and we'll see how it wears. Primer eye, non-primer eye. Why is this? Wow. I just really realized this is from when I did all those lip swatches. Like, look at the color of my hand. It still hasn't come off despite like intensely rubbing my hand. It's just like a little bit stained red. Anyway, just noticed that. So I'm going to do the blush and then I'm going to put on some lipstick. I think the peach. So I have rose and the peach. I think we will give this one a go. I love this packaging. Like, it's really like heavy duty. So this is the Lo-Fi Duo Blusher, Lo-Fi Peach. It's got really pretty packaging. And this is what it looks like inside. So you have a matte blush and you have a more sparkling blush. So this is the blush punch. See what it looks like with the, oh. Okay. So that really is kind of like more like a highlighter kind of. All right, well, we'll kind of highlight, drape away with that. We are really embracing the sort of intergalactic fantasy. It's fun. Oh, I like that. Okay. I didn't know what to expect, obviously, because I just started like applying it to my face. This is Agari, by the way. That's the top shade. So we were doing like some full-on draping. It's very fun. It's very fun. I like it. Okay. Now, lastly, I was so fortunate to receive the OFRA and JenLuvsReviews collab, and I'm surprised and incredibly grateful. And I thought that I would also do a wear test for this because I wanted to do a full like review of it using it when I actually go to work, but since today's a home day, why not? So I'm gonna first just try the brown. So the concept behind these lipsticks is that you're supposed to be able to mix and match it with other things you have to kind of create different shades, make things that aren't really wearable for you. So this is the shade Reimagine. I have a funky lip line. Okay, so that is a lot of product on my face right now. But I wanted to do the most dramatic because I thought that that would be the easiest thing in terms of seeing how it lasts. So for reference, it is 9:30 in the morning right now, and I will do some check-ins throughout the day. I'm going to do check-ins for the eye look specifically for this video, and then you will have to check out my lipstick review for more details on the JenLuvsReviews lipsticks. But anyway, thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. Make sure that was an ending, and I'm not really ending because I have to remember to come back and do check-ins. Okay, well, anyway, thank you for hanging out with me while I applied all of this makeup to my face. This is a lot of makeup for 9:30 in the morning on a Tuesday, but I'm very excited to test these things out and get back to you really soon.
Okay, so I thought it would probably be a good idea to take a little bit of video in natural lighting as well, so.
Okay, so I'm just about to film another video, but I thought that I would do a check-in because it's been about 2 hours since I originally applied this. Like, hair everywhere. It's whatever. Yes, so it's been about 2 hours since I originally applied my makeup. So this is what the eyeshadow looks like 2 hours later. I noticed a little fallout, especially right here, of that like green sparkly shade. It kind of works with the whole look, but I definitely noticed a difference. Like, this is the side that had the eyeshadow primer on it, and this is the side that did not. And I think a little bit might have came loose. And remember, I didn't use anything else with the eyeshadow. Normally I'd use something like Fix Plus, and I did not. So we'll see how it lasts. I mean, it's still pretty good. I'm definitely like trying to be cautious of how I hold my eyes though, because like I have fairly hooded eyes, so I have to like keep my eyebrows raised, which I tend to do when I'm filming and stuff anyway, but I'm trying to be cautious of it just so that there's sort of realistic wear in terms of how this makeup is applied, because it's not an everyday kind of makeup either. So anyway, that is where the eyeshadow stands now at around 11:30. All right, so I am back with another check-in. It is just after 3 o'clock right now, so it's almost 6 hours with the makeup on my face. I can definitely see how it's wearing, and honestly, it appears to be wearing a little bit better on the eye without the eyeshadow primer, which is interesting, except for like the fallout that I noticed on my face. I will include the clips I took with my phone as well, so you can kind of see it more in natural lighting as I try to be like as close to a window as possible. But yeah, so I mean, it's holding up okay for like fairly dramatic makeup without anything special done to it. It's definitely not like as vibrant as it was when I initially applied, but it is 6 hours later. My day has been pretty minimal. I haven't done a whole lot. You'll hear the noise in the background. It's my dishwasher, and I have my washer on again, so you know, just typical house stuff. And I was on a phone call for like an hour and a half, and yeah, it's been a pretty like low-key day, but I still managed to like do stuff. Like I was vacuuming and laundry and dishes and stuff, so you know, just that kind of wear. It wasn't like a super active kind of day. So anyway, I'll probably do at least one more checkup, probably 2, just to see how it continues to wear. But like 6 hours is pretty much the equivalent to like a regular work day. If I had applied my makeup at like a regular time to go to work, normally my makeup would be on my face for like 7 to 8 hours, and I kind of expect like a normal amount of wear. So I'm pretty happy with the way that it has held up that way anyway. So it's always interesting to kind of see how things wear and get an idea for that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'll be back soon with another check-in. Okay, so this is going to be the final check-in for the eyeshadow. I am really ready to get a shower, to be honest. I want to take the makeup off and I want to get in the shower and wash my hair, and anyway, yes. So the eyeshadow I think held up pretty well. It definitely started to mesh together, so a lot of the clear definition of colors is kind of gone, but I mean, I think it still looks okay. Like if someone was to see from a distance, I think it looks okay, but the lashes are definitely a huge part of that. And hey, the lashes really like held up for the whole day. And I even cried a little bit, and you know, it was a full day. It was a full day. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me as I tried the beautiful, let me show it one more time. The beautiful Kaleidos Escape Pod eyeshadow palette. I can't wait to play with this a little bit more. Maybe a palette bingo or something would be fun with this because there's so many different shades and finishes. I have a couple of ideas for like different sort of color things I want to do with this, but it's different than a lot of the things I have as well. So this was kind of fun to do like a demo and a wear test and to see, you know, how it lasted. I need to use more of the shadows and stuff, but you know, this is really fun. And I think like the quality is really good for like a first time use, and wearing these eyeshadows for, oh, I didn't even say what time it is. It is just about 7 o'clock. So this has been on my face since what, 9:30 in the morning. So it's been on my face for a long time. So I think it held up pretty well. I'd love to hear your thoughts, what you think. If you've tried Kaleidos before, if you've tried this palette before, let me know. I would love to hear from you. And also the blush as well, like the blush duo is one of my new favorite things. Like I keep catching it and it's really cool, and I can't wait to play with that a little bit more. Maybe just do like a whole look focused on that because it's so fun and transformative. But anyway, thank you once again so much for watching, and I hope we get a chance to chat soon. Bye for now.